The quality of light is determined by its source. A small source will throw a concentrated beam that produces deep dark shadows and small bright specular highlights, while a larger source, like an umbrella or a softbox, will produce light with open shadows and flatter, more even highlights. Regardless of the size of the source, every light that falls on a subject can be divided into three zones: the specular highlight, the diffused highlight, and the transition zone. Specular highlights are the brightest portion of any image and are produced when the light from the source is reflected directly into the lens. Speculars are actually the reflection of the shape of the source itself, as that source is reflected and affected by the shape of the subject. You all know that specular highlights in the eyes, catchlights, are perfect reflections of the source light. As light spreads out from the specular highlight toward the shadows, it reveals color and form. This area is called the diffused highlight and is the largest and most information-rich portion of any photograph. Because light falling in the diffused highlight is not reflected directly into the lens, it appears softer. Finally, light begins to fall off into shadow, the portion of the image appropriately named the transition zone. When this area is narrow and there's a quick transition from the diffused highlight into shadow, the light is called hard light. When the transition zone is wide, with a gradual fall off to shadow, the light is called soft. So let's review the three zones of light. The specular highlight, which is the brightest of the three zones, is a reflection of the source light itself, as defined by the surface that it falls upon. The diffused highlight is the most information-rich portion of any photograph, and at the edge of the diffused highlight is the transition zone, where information falls off into shadow.